Alright, moving into chapter 7. I hope you guys are well. Let me go back, maybe, if it'll let me. I don't know why it started there. Okay, so you'll have a polling activity, 2 video activities, a quiz and a reflection activity. And then moving into chapter 7, your client. I wanted to talk with you guys. Okay, so I kind of wanted to highlight some of the quiz questions and move through those with you. Talking about your client. If your client's response to you, the social worker, is to reject your response, change the subject, or ignore the message, what I push you guys as practitioners to do is to observe, versus, rather than, why is this client pushing back on me? Think about your approach as a practitioner. Are you on target or are you off target? Are you poorly timed, confrontational? Always be considering those things when working with your clients. You always want to wonder, for me as a practitioner, I constantly wonder, has my message been received? Is it clear? And sometimes clients don't respond the way that we expect them to as practitioners, and keep that in mind, and think about your response, because your response is important to a client's self-exploration. Okay? Interacting with your clients. The cause of your statement is clear to me. What if someone came at you and said that? Well, you just said this to me, and here's what I gather from it. To me, take away the practitioner, the social worker. If someone were to come at me, even as a friend, and were to say, you said this to me because you felt this certain kind of way, well, that tells me that they have already determined my intentions, not for me as a friend receiving that kind of feedback. I would feel a little defensive. Wouldn't you? So we need to, as practitioners, encourage self-exploration and avoid statements like that. The cause of your statement is clear to me. We should avoid statements like that, and we should encourage self-exploration. Allow them to tell us what their needs are. Okay? I wanted to go over stacking questions with you. Because it's on your quiz this week. An example here. Client finds out, you find out that your client recently informed he has to have surgery. After hearing this information, you respond in this certain type of way, and it's an example of stacking questions. When did you find out? How are you feeling about all of this? And when is your surgery? It provides them with some support, and also a time frame. When did you find out? When is your surgery? And then you're touching on, how do you feel about it? Stacking questions. So I think as practitioners sometimes, and I'm guilty of this too, we sometimes tend to dominate our interactions because we want to help. We want to help so badly that sometimes we overkill, right? We dominate interactions. We repeatedly offer advice. We pressure clients into improving. We present lengthy arguments to convince clients. We sometimes interrupt clients. I'm guilty of it too. there have been many times when I'm talking to clients, I just want them to hear me because in my mind, I know what's best for them. And let me just tell you what's best for you. But it's not always the most conducive to a client's treatment because, as a practitioner, we're not here to tell a client what's best for them. We're here to encourage them to figure out what's best for them. We always want to respect our clients' points of views, capacities to solve their own problems. We want to encourage that. Instead of telling our clients we're right, we want them to come to a conclusion of or come to a place where they can conclude or come to a place where they can find a resolution to their own problem, right? What's the phrase? Something about you catch a fish for a man, you feed him for a day, but you teach him to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I'm really bad with phrases, but you get what I'm saying. Okay? And we always want to avoid leading questions. So a leading question, example, are you sure that you're ready to leave the treatment center? Instead, maybe ask, you've come to a conclusion about what is in your best interest. You must have good reasons for that conclusion. Can you tell me what those reasons are? That encourages conversation. It encourages the client to talk with you about, what exactly their vision of treatment is. So always go down that path. Are you sure that you're ready to leave the treatment center? It doesn't really open up a conversation between your client and yourself. The words "are you sure" for me, if I were approached with "are you sure," it might create an air of defensiveness on my end in my response. So you want to keep it open-ended. Tell me about how are you doing? What's in your best interest? What's in your best interest? You always want to encourage a person's, your client's self-exploration. It's not your process, it's theirs. And keep in mind, and I had a little bit of exposure to this in the justice system, that when freedoms are threatened, clients will withdraw. They will argue. They'll change the topic. These are normal reactions. They're normal. It's when people are threatened, they will engage in argumentative behaviors, and we as practitioners need to keep that in mind as we're working with our clients. Just keep in mind that those are normal reactions, okay? And then also, as you're working with your clients, they will have goals. They will have, you will establish goals with them. And you will experience in working with them that their actions and behaviors will differ from the goals you've discussed. And you've got to be flexible as a practitioner, and you've got to be explorative. Ask open-ended questions and encourage growth encourage them to talk with you. When their actions and behaviors are different from their goals, ask them to talk to you about that. It's actually a really great platform for you to, as a practitioner, question what's going on with them. It kind of gives you an outlet. What's going on? Talk with me. Okay? Okay. So that's what I have for you for Chapter 7. Hope you guys are well. Thanks for sitting with me. Like I said, I've gotten quite a few emails about some technical things this week. So I've encouraged you guys to email Josh. And if you go to the welcome module on Canvas, you'll see his email. Please reach out to him. If it seems technical, please reach out to him. Otherwise, I think everyone's doing all right. You guys are doing great. I've watched a lot of your video activities, and I appreciate all of your hard work. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk with you soon.